What's up, YouTube? It's Johnny back again with another video. Thanks for tuning into the channel. Today's video, um, what's going on with ESPN? Uh, ESPN has always been a tap dancing network, in my opinion. But over the last week or so, they really took it up a notch. Randy Moss crying. Kendrick Perkins has been real extreme on this vaccine stuff that Kyrie Irving should be traded to be out the league. And then Stephen A. Smith, or I don't know what's up with him. He a different cat. His hairline is so far back that I think he got some brain issues because he didn't used to be this way. He didn't used to be just a bandwagon guy. And I don't know if these guys know how clear it is that they're just pushing a network's agenda at this point. They try to stick with I'm black, I'm real, but real recognize real. And we can see all the way through what's going on in the feminization of the man and also the demonization of the man. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and share the video if you like what you hear. Right now, I'm going to play a short clip of a Kwame Brown video, and I'm going to pause it here and there and give my 2 cents.
Irving, I just watched Stephen A. on Instagram say, who do you think you are? Who's going to want to listen to you? You didn't get drafted into the NFL. You got drafted into the NBA. Guess what, numbskull? When he got drafted into the NBA, his body was his sanctuary. He had a right to his body. When he signed that contract, he signed his likeness over, not his body. So for you to say things like you're saying, that irresponsible, like we should be mad at a man just because he's a celebrity, just because he's famous, just because he shoots the ball better than others. You're saying that we should be mad at him for not doing what you think he should do. How is that American, sir? I know you work for White Zaddy, right? And I know you's a punk. But I just want to understand from a real situation, like, how are you happy about another man, period, not black or white, another man losing the ability to feed his family, losing the ability to pursue life in the way that he wants to pursue it? Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, those are real things. That's what America was built on, right? So how do you get to say without it?
I always say most black people aren't pro-America. Most black people are communists and don't even know it. They have no idea what American values are, what individual freedoms are, what individual liberties are. We mad at the white man and we was a slave and we want to tear this nation down. Not understanding the more you tear this nation down, you putting yourself in a box. You're putting yourself in a really bad category that you can't get out of. I say we creating slavery 2.0, and the black elites are driving the masses into slavery again.
Any proof? You have no proof that this donut shop protects anyone in any way, but because he don't do what you say, we need for everybody else not to like Kyrie. That's what this world has done gone to. You bunch of sensitive, mush-melly punks that sit here and pretend to be all-inclusive when really all you want is people to listen to everything you say.
And I don't even pretend to be all-inclusive, but y'all pretend to be tough as hell. Kendrick Perkins, boy, I didn't see him try to act tough 15, 20 different times. Randy Moss was the man on the field, tough, bending over, shaking his behind, all that stuff. And now we crying over some email. I grew up hearing sticks and stones may break my bones, but words may never hurt me. And now every time you look on mainstream TV, it's just another man just being soft as hell. I wasn't raised to care about what another man was doing. My grandpa told me to pay attention to your own movie. Your life is a movie. And you could be the star of yours, or you could sit down and watch somebody else shine in theirs. And it seems that these mainstream media guys, they don't want us to understand our power as individuals. So they want to keep us locked into these groups. But we don't know what to do for ourselves. And it's whatever LeBron said or whatever Stephen A. said or whatever. And when we don't fall in line with that, they don't know how to respond. They put on the fakest show of masculinity day after day, pretend to be so tough, arguing about sports. But the minute you bring up race, they get soft and start crying. The minute you bring up Kyrie standing as an individual, they get soft. These man every day it just show how fraudulent they are. But they want to, man, it's a joke. This mainstream society, I think, is wearing thin. And the people, we the people, are really starting to see through the screen. I mean, y'all ain't nothing who y'all say y'all are. Y'all say anything and do anything for a check.
Why is it that every time it's outside of what you guys are saying we should do, then we are wrong? Why is it that this man can't have an opinion on his own fucking body? Stephen A., you a piece of shit. And they got a special place for people like you that'll sit here on national TV because white zaddy paying you. To me, in my opinion, you'll sell out your own community. You'll sell out other black men, other men, period. There's no way in the world you'll try to stop another man's earn or even speak the way that you speak on these white boy or on any radio station, not just white boy, even black boy. Why would you sit here and speak that way over a man who just said, I just want to keep this decision private? He don't have a right to keep his medical decision private. I know you want to pretend like, oh, we should be able to change the rules because of the pandemic and this and that. No. If that's the case, we all should be able to create a pandemic so we can change the rules to what we think it should be. Because that's what's going to end up happening, jackass. When you worry about feelings so much, there's people out there that will manipulate feelings. And you're one of them. I think you are a punk, weak bitch. I really do. From the bottom of my heart, I had to take time out from having a good time out here on the boat with everybody around to tell you, you are a punk, weak ass bitch. And you ain't connected to nothing.
At all.
The Q dogs ought to be ashamed to have your bitch ass as an honorary Q dog.
You know, Malcolm X always talked about the black bourgeoisie and how they was willing to sell anybody out, and they put themselves above. And I look at the people like the Stephen A's, the Kendrick Perkins, the Randy Moss, and yeah, they use their story of where they grew up, but man, you got to think they've been millionaires for 20 years plus. They ain't got no connection to nothing real outside of watching fight videos on Instagram and World Star, and the few family reunions they pop up at to show off at. So their perspective of how everyday people think is flawed because they only around people on their level who they not interacting with the everyday people. But I'm disappointed. I can't even say I'm disappointed in Stephen A. because this is just who he is. I mean, we remember when he snaked Allen Iverson out back in the day. He waits on the opportunity to throw somebody under the bus. That's why he got paid that $10 million. But I'm a firm believer in everybody reaps what they sow. And you can't go around throwing dirt on people's name and expect that dirt not to come back to you. I think ESPN is doing a poor job of representing black men and making us look like we're over emotional and over weak. You would have never seen Muhammad Ali sitting on TV crying. You would have never seen Malcolm X sitting on TV crying. And I don't even think it's just trying to kill the black image. I think it's the American man, the masculinity in American men, period, they want removed. Because just like most black men look soft on TV, white men been soft. Because they just letting their country be ran the hell over and ain't standing up or stopping it at all. And somebody has to fight back against this machine. I personally think this is cold. We're in a cold war right now. I think China is running a propaganda machine perfectly. And I just question, do the elites know it? Do they know it, or are they getting paid so much that they don't even really care to speak up and say anything about it? But you let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you agree with Stephen A. on his take on Kyrie and Randy Moss crying and Kendrick Perkins saying that he should be out the league, or do you stand with Kyrie, and do you think your medical history should be an individual decision and it should be something personal? I don't think we're walking up to people and say, "Hey, did you get that chickenpox shot when you was a kid? You know, have you had all your where your vaccine card at?" Like, imagine if you met people, that's how you started off the interactions. It's questioning about their health status before you wanted to even know if you wanted to engage in a conversation with them. It's kind of discriminatory a little bit, I think, but We're not looking at it from that angle, so no one wants to see it from that view. But let me know in the comments what you think, man. Are you on the side of Kyrie or are you on the side of the media mob? I don't think too many people that watch this video are gonna be on the side of the media mob, but I get some trolls every now and then. So we'll see, you know. Until next time, spread love, spread positive vibes. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel if you have not, and we will